Hi, this is Ridea Keeping It Real, and we are reading through the Proverbs. Today is October the 31st, so we're reading Proverbs 31. And I had to do a little bit of background research on this because it is a proverb by Lemuel. So I went to the Haley's Bible Handbook, which I'll probably start referencing more when we start Proverbs 1, since we started this series at Proverbs 14. So when I went to the Haley's Bible Handbook, what it said about chapter 31 is that a mother's counsel to a king, Lemuel, is thought possibly to have been another name for Solomon. If so, then Bathsheba was the mother who taught him this beautiful poem. Few mothers have raised finer boys. As a young man, Solomon's character was almost as splendid as any in history. In his old age, however, he did depart from it. Contrary to his own proverb 22:6, the chapter is about a mother rather than kings. All right. That kind of helps put it in perspective. So here we go. Proverb 31. Advice to kings. These are the solemn words which King Lemuel's mother said to him. You are my own dear son, the answer to my prayers. What shall I tell you? Don't spend all your energy on sex and all your money on women. They have destroyed kings. Listen, Lemuel. Kings should not drink wine or have a craving for alcohol. When they drink, they forget the laws and ignore the rights of people in need. Alcohol is for people who are dying, for those who are in misery. Let them drink and forget their poverty and unhappiness. Speak up for people who cannot speak for themselves. Protect the rights of all who are helpless. Speak for them and be righteous. Be a righteous judge. Protect the rights of the poor and the needy. And then the capable wife. How hard is it to find a capable wife? She is worth far more than jewels. Her husband puts his confidence in her, and he will never be poor. As long as she lives, she does him good and never harm. She keeps herself busy making wool and linen cloth. She brings home food from out of the way places as merchant ships do. She gets up before daylight to prepare food for her family and to tell her servant girls what to do. She looks at land and buys it, and with money she has earned, she plants a vineyard. She's a hard worker, strong and industrious. She knows the value of everything she makes and works late into the night. She spins her own thread and weaves her own cloth. She's generous to the poor and needy. She doesn't worry when it snows because her family has warm clothing. She makes bedspreads and wears clothes of fine purple linen. Her husband is well known, one of the leading citizens. She makes clothes and belts and sells them to merchants. She is strong and respected and not afraid of the future. She speaks with a gentle wisdom. She speaks with a gentle wisdom. She's always busy and looks after her family. Her children show her appreciation, and her husband praises her. He says, "Many women are good wives, but you are the best of them all." Charm is deception, and beauty disappears. But a woman who honors the Most High should be praised. Give her credit for all she does. She deserves the respect of everyone. Beautiful, beautiful. That's a well-known proverb. It's usually like done at ladies' days in churches. Like women try to be that woman. And when I was second, dropping my color pencils here. When I was reading it this morning, like I said, I read it first thing in the morning, like I'm not even up. And I was reading it this morning. I'm going to tell you what I really was thinking when I was reading it. When I got to that part about the capable wife, I thought, Jesus, who wouldn't want a wife like that? Who wouldn't want to be a wife like that? But to me, that's a lot of, she might as well be the man. She's doing everything that men do. Like, that's the way I felt about it. Like, she's buying property and working hard and spinning cloth and has a vineyard and taking care of her husband and her kids. And I mean, what? What's going on here? I don't know. I'm certain if I read it in the King James, I'd feel like it was more poetic or something. But I wasn't thinking that this morning. I was thinking, yeah, she's working too hard. That's what I was thinking. She is working too hard. But okay. Maybe I'm wrong. It is Halloween, everybody. And they say the veil is thin. So maybe my ancestors are coming back, and I don't know. But I'm just being honest. I'm just keeping it real. That's what I thought this morning. I'm sorry. I'm certain that I'm not supposed to be saying that. I'm supposed to be talking about how great that is to be that kind of woman. But that's not what I'm thinking. And I just color that 31-8. It is speak up for people who cannot speak for themselves. Protect the rights of all who are helpless. Okay. So yeah, speak up for people who can't speak for themselves. Protect the rights of those who are helpless. And then 31-28. Her children show her appreciation and her husband praises her. So this is her right here, I'm assuming. And I was thinking she hit on that fine linen purple, remember? Yeah, I don't know. But as you read Proverb 31, what do you think? I mean, what do you, I mean, maybe if you, like I said, maybe if you read it from the King James where it's more archaic. But when I read it this morning, I was like, she's working too hard. I'm trying to tell you, she is working way, way, way too hard. So yeah, of course, this is the kind of woman you'd want to be, but you'd be, and in a way, I kind of know this when I'm working hard. It is like, if you work hard, you can work harder. It's almost like you're on. It's no big deal. That's kind of what it's like. It's no big deal. You're already on the treadmill of working. So I don't know. I've got to think and pray about that. I do. It would be great to be that type of woman, but it'd be better to do all these things with a partner, by yourself. She's doing it all. To me, she's doing it all. She's doing it all. And we are almost done. Almost done. And like I said, we started this at Proverb 14, so we're going to back up tomorrow to Proverb 1, and then we'll be finished with this series on the 14th of November. And it's just been wonderful to read it. I mean, especially in the mornings, and especially just keeping a habit, just developing a habit. Like, I don't pick up my phone. I read this and I get ready. I don't pick up my phone. I don't scroll like I was doing before. So that's been good. That was part of the reason I was doing this, to making sure I'm reading the word every day. I'm still thinking we're going to have to know it's going to have to be in our heart. It's going to have to be in our mind. We're not going to be maybe able to pick up a book. We're going to have to just know it, and what this tells you is to kind of be industrious, to have skills and talents and use them, right? So that was Proverbs 31. And until next time, it's Ridea keeping it real.